morning, Governor.
Mitch, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Are those donuts you're carrying?
Of course they are. We just came from Tuff.
Well, I know. He's been after me to come by here.
The joint is jumping this morning.
Oh, well, I'm glad you got your donuts anyway.
Thank
Do you recommend any particular kind?
I don't know.
I think they have a nut donut and they have
A nut donut? Well, that would match me then. So.
This is Governor Daniels' marble.
Oh my gosh.
How nice to see you. What was your name again?
My name is Fenwick Marble.
Ms. Fenwick, how
And
nice to see
the
you.
baker is my neighbor.
Hi.
Rex Klaus.
Oh, you're the
Daniels,
famous
yes,
Rex.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I keep bumping into people all over the state. Rex wants you to come by. You are?
Earl Eberhard.
Hi, Earl. You, sir. Hello, good morning.
Aiden Mesperlich.
Did you say Aiden? It's a very popular name these days. Good to see you there, Aiden. What year of school are you going to be?
Second grade.
Second grade?
Mary Cass.
Excellent. How'd you do in first grade? Did you do well?
Good.
You did well? You did well. Oh, that looks like honest work there. That's an excellent quality picture, though. So I was visiting a guy whose family owns Poet, the biggest ethanol producers, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're really growing in our state. He says Indiana will be their #1 state probably in a couple of years, but they are way down the trail now to use cobs as the fuel source. In other words, not corn that we eat, not, you know, the transition to cellulosic ethanol. This is the one, huh? Did you select it, Erica, personally?
All by myself.
Then I don't. Then I'm sure I've got the primo donut of Rensselaer. All right, here's the taste test.
So how far do you run? Every day.
No, every day I can. I can certify this is extremely good.
Pretty good, isn't it?
So business is?
Business is good.
I mean, does it look like it's every morning?
No, but you can come every morning.
Yeah,
and
The
help us
governor
out.
comes to town, then business
Yeah,
really.
it's good to see.
Okay, all right. Well,
It's always
some
good.
of them claim they were regulars.
Yeah, these guys always show up here.
We're regulars.
So how long you been doing this?
3.5 years. I was
Yeah?
in insurance for 18 years, and I bought this on a whim. This guy talked me into doing it.
Really?
So we bought
Now,
it.
how long had this? So on this location, there's been something
50
like
years.
this.
This baker's been here 50 years.
You'd never made a donut before.
Never coming here. No, I never baked a cookie coming here. I had no idea.
How are you?
Wonderful pots.
Yeah, really? So he's really learned the whole.
Yeah, I've learned a ton. 3.5 years.
So it's not just the baker back there you introduced
taught me everything.
Oh, that's excellent.
Got to do it.
It's one of those things when you own your own business, you got to know how to
You got
do
to
everything.
do it all. Yeah.
Somebody's not going to show up.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Kerry Kingston.
Carrie? Nice seeing you. Oh, okay. All right. I was going to say you appeared out of the back there. Hi, Mitch. Hi, Denise. Nice choice. Good selection.
Bakery family, yep. Yeah. I think so.
Has your dad said, you know, Erica, one day all this will be yours?
Well, he threatens me with it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you don't watch yourself, I'm on.
That's right.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I'm going to leave it to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and let's face it, a lot of it's the parents. I always tell people that if I'd ever got in real trouble at school, my dad would have come to the school all right, but he would not have been looking for the teacher or the principal. Right? You know, I think a teacher should have immunity. If he or she is keeping order in the classroom in any kind of good faith, they should be immune from lawsuit.
I agree.
Parents don't want to take responsibility for raising their kid. They want somebody else to do it.
Too often, and then, you know, if something goes wrong, it's everybody's fault but theirs, right? Must be the teacher's fault. Must be the school's fault. Mitch Daniels. I'm well, thank you. Hi, Marge. Are you all regulars?
Governor, you've been talking to a lot of people here today. Do you listen and take in what they say as far as what you hear from the Hoosiers?
Sure. I've been on the road more or less constantly for 5+ years now, and I always say this is where we get our marching orders, places like this. But people, if you just pay attention, people tell you what's on their mind. Sometimes they have a really good idea, but at least you get a sense of what folks' priorities are and what we should be working on.
What's been the #1 problem that you think Hoosiers have been talking to you about this year? Is it the economy? Is it gas? Is it foreclosures? Is there one thing that pops out in your mind?
Oh, I think it's, you know, economic apprehension. We're doing a lot better than most states, but still, folks are stretched and stressed, and so it's all that put together. Necessities costing more, people worried about where it's going. So You know, I think most times pocketbook issues are at the top, and they've always been at the top with me. So give me the basic process flow here.
Everything gets baked in here.
So it's like a super secret recipe, right?
That's absolutely right. That little machine over there is you put a ball inside of it, push it down, turn it on, and you get 3 dozen hamburger buns. We have the best buns in Jasper County.
That'd be a nice slogan, you know. Can I show you to a table, sir? Are you just here to pick something up? You think that thing right there? What do you think, Tina? Is that a good choice?
Which one you want, the cinnamon or this one? Yeah, that is a good choice.
Glad we came by.
Yep.
I'll be out marketing the product for you. I'm gonna say go to Klaus's. Tell them Mitch sent you. What are you up to today?
I had to take some soap down to my mom's shop, which is right down there.
You like sports?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Could that possibly be your mom?
Did you pick somebody up on the way up here?
Well, I had a couple extra minutes, so I saw Carson coming along, and well, Carson was just about to tell me about his summer baseball.
Oh.
What position are you? Don't tell me. Let me guess. Are you catcher?
Nope.
No.
I was.
Yeah, you were, huh? Because you look big and strong. Sometimes they pick those guys for catchers.
What position do you play?
Second.
Yeah, excellent. I played a lot of second base. So. Yeah, that'd be a train, all right.
Yeah, down the tracks here.
You guys look tremendous. So I don't hold things up. I'm gonna go ahead and get us going, then I'll come see you guys when we get the other end. Is that okay? Well, it's making a nice sound. Outstanding. Now, what'd you just do there?
That was kind of like a parking brake.
Yep. I don't want to be in the way, but I want to watch the master. Am I okay? I just want to watch.
Get across the road. I'll trade seats with you. How's that?
It's your machine.
Okay.
Now tell me what everything is here.
This is the throttle.
Yep.
That's the horn.
I pretty much figured that one out.
This is the automatic brake.
Yeah. And now this one.
Leave that alone.
Okay.
Okay. Give us the throttle. It's like automatic transmission.
Yeah.
Just give us the throttle here.
Yeah. You need to be smooth here. Does it make any difference?
Good. More right there now. We get the moving.
Yeah.
Gotta take every passenger. Move more.
Now you can go a little more, huh? All right. Is this full throttle all the way over here?
So we will go about halfway.
Okay.
That's all we need in our operation.
This is about halfway?
That's a little more.
All right.
Up here, just about there now. Let it get you up now. Not very speedy. It's slow.
Yeah. You can feel it.
Yeah.
So, at what speed will we be running when the?
We'll be about 15.
This section we're running on right now is part of the old Erie Railroad. It's actually the last surviving segment in Indiana of Erie Railroad.
Really?
This is the last of it right here.
We're going to stop where? Oh, is this where we're stopping?
Yeah, this side of the crossing. I'll tell you when.
Oh, shouldn't we be slowing down already?
Pretty soon. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Better to stop too short than.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to shoot the landing. You know, that'd be a little embarrassing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like a pro, right?
Okay. Smooth.
I got to do everything but this.
You can do that.
You sure?
Do that when we start to move.
All right.
If you know that, let me sit down there now. We're about.
That was a lot of fun and a lot of learning too. That's terrific.
I enjoyed that for just a little bit.
I enjoyed the heck out of that. This is very cool.
It's been growing every year. Ridership's been growing. We're ahead of where we were last year, and we've actually reduced 1 train per day on the Saturday runs.
Well, maybe we get this whole trail thing done. We get people to ride their bike from a distance, take your train ride as their kind of destination.
We're hoping for
Yeah.
that. Sure.
Why not, huh? That'd be a lot of fun. Am I allowed to hit the whistle? Every kid wanted to do that.
Oh, yeah. Is that your first time running a locomotive?
Oh, yeah.
Governor, good to see you out here in North Judson.
Glad to be here. That was a lot of fun.
It's a pleasure.
So you guys, you ride this all the time? Sure. Sure.
I'm Nancy Spiewak from Monterey.
Hi, Nancy. So this trail's got a piece that goes to Monterey, right?
Yeah.
Larry Spiewak, Monterey.
Hey, Larry.
We've been working on it for about 20 years. We're finally glad we're going to get it.
So you switched sides, huh? A minute ago you were a journalist.
Today we're gathered here to celebrate yet another step, the receipt of an Indiana Department of Natural Resources grant to develop this corridor into a walking, biking, and equestrian trail. We are excited about the opportunity we've been given by Governor Daniels to get our trail on the map. We are also excited about the health, fitness, tourism, and economic development opportunities this trail will bring to our communities.
Our man, Mitch.
Oh, Ed, thanks an awful lot. Thank you. Well, Ed and Bruce and good friends, thanks so much. Thanks for everybody who's made today possible, made this tremendous. Well, number one, we're out to do everything we can to revive and strengthen our small towns. It starts with more jobs, of course, but tourism's a great part of that. And this has great tourism possibilities, especially when one of the best trails in Indiana, we've been starting lots of them, this is going to be one of the best anywhere, is married up to this attraction. So, you know, it's about tourism, it's about conserving the outdoors, it's about health and wellness. The people who will walk or jog or ride on this trail will be helping take care of themselves. That's why we've made such an emphasis of it. In a few years, Indiana's going to have one of the great trail systems in America. And I knew there were a lot of folks interested in the whole idea of trails and so forth, but it has just continued to astonish me how big and excited and enthusiastic that whole, you know, network of people is. I don't know, maybe you attended, but we've had 2 of these summits where we got everybody together, and that's really where the statewide plan kind of bubbled up from that. And they've both been SRO. I mean, they hired this room, you go in, there's 1,000 people in there, and they're from everywhere. And I mean, this is really a movement. It's an on-time arrival. Yeah, Dave, how are you doing? Hi.
Brown, President Munster.
Oh, hi, Madam President. I knew I'd come across you eventually, so how are you?
Okay, beautiful. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Governor Daniels to our little corner of Indiana. We truly appreciate your attention to us up here, and we also appreciate the fact that you come bearing gifts.
Yeah, really.
All of us appreciate Governor Daniels' constant efforts to try to encourage the necessary professionalism and fiscal conservatism in the government of the state, county, and the towns. Again, we want to welcome you here today to Munster and thank you for visiting with us.
Thank you very, very much. Is that my cue? Thank you, Madam President, everybody for coming out, folks both from Munster and Merrillville. Great day for your towns, for Lake County, for friends of the outdoors and fitness, but I want you to understand it's in an even broader context. Today we take not one, but 2 more steps forward toward an expansion of opportunities for Hoosiers to enjoy the beauties of this state, all of it. And you folks have been leaders up here for some time in the development of trails and the associated recreational opportunities that go with it, but we're out to make this a statewide phenomenon. I love to tell folks in southern Indiana, before we're done, you'll be able to get on a bicycle, if you like, and ride to the dunes. Money is not infinite, and even though we've made a big commitment to this, we've strictly prioritized. If you haven't, you ought to go not far from here and see what your neighbors in North Judson, down in Stark County, have done. They've got a 20-mile railroad, first of all. You ought to take a ride on the train. But they're going to build a trail right alongside their historic railroad.
Why is this important? So why do you think this should be a priority for Indiana?
We're out there competing every day to bring jobs to this state. And jobs today can go almost anywhere. So having amenities, being an attractive and fun place to live can be a tiebreaker. Nice to meet you, sir.
You too. Hey, would you happen to have another one of those orange bike pins? Because Donna is forcing me to ask you.
You can have mine.
All right.
Everybody, nobody's going to believe I'm the governor. They think it's you. I could get out of giving a speech or 2.
Hi,
how you doing? Good. Got to move fast. They said you guys are fast. Is that right?
Yeah, we're fast.
Yeah.
Why, who are you guys?
Yeah, I'm Mitch Daniels. I'm the governor of the state.
Oh, hi.
So,
How you doing, Mitch?
Good. I'm fine. So everybody likes your place. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Hey.
Nice day, sir. You did a great job.
Well, trying. Thanks. What's your name?
Dan Shoemaker.
Hey, Dan. Thanks for mentioning. Thanks. I'll tell you what. I'll put an order in, then I'll go harass some of your.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you guys want to sit? A booth? You want a table? How many of you?
You by yourself?
Yes.
Are you an Indiana guy?
Yes, I am.
Can I sit down with you?
Sure.
All right, good. I'm sitting here
The
then.
best guy, Robert Shields.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah, I'm with Wachovia.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
So, and you relocated when?
6 years ago, I bought here in Munster.
Get a little better value for your house, or?
I like it over here.
Yeah.
Were you in the military, Governor?
I was not. The number didn't come up. I thought it was going to be.
Yes, it
What kind of
does.
soup you got?
Lentil, like Robert's, lemon rice, or chicken noodle?
Oh, got to be lentil.
Lentil?
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
thank you.
Thanks a lot. Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
Now that's remarkable. Like I say, you don't look like you. You must have lied about your age to get in there.
No. Yeah, that was a bad one. I was in a sight band.
Yes, another.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as he was. Then Korea, which was terrible. I can't stand the cold.
Right.
It's cold. And so, but that was a different kind of war. Iwo was just a grinder.
They must have. Oh, how long were you there?
Well, I landed, on D-Day,
yeah.
February 19th, and we left, I believe, it was on the 25th, March 25th.
March 25th.
Yeah. 5 weeks. I was ready to leave after I landed.
I bet that's right.
Yeah.
What was Saipan like?
Saipan was like a more normal war. I mean, everybody went on in, and we moved up, and we had positions, and we kept moving and advancing. But Iwo was just, first of all, it was a very tiny area.
Right.
I mean, where I landed at Mount Suribachi, it was just about 200 yards from one side to the other, and everything crammed in, and it was just a real grinder. They just kept dropping the stuff on you. It wasn't spread out the way it was.
Hidden caves and all that stuff. I mean, all the hidden caves and that.
Oh yeah, like there. It was amazing. I know it wasn't to me. I'd never seen anything like that. But they had the battleship Missouri pulled right up next to the volcano, and they'd lay those 16-inch guns, and just blow it. They did that for 24 hours. I know we were standing aboard ship watching them. Everything was bombing. I mean, the planes were dropping napalm and the satellites, and the island was just a ball of flames. And we were kind of standing there just saying, well, there can't be anything left on that island, They're just going to walk in. We didn't know that they were dug down in there 100 feet, 200 feet. So we find out they didn't kill anybody.
Well, I didn't mean to interrogate you, but
No, that's all
it's an
right.
honor. It's an honor to meet somebody who did that.
Well,
and it's an increasingly rare privilege. I mean, again, not that many.
well, my privilege.
Yeah. I could have sat anywhere, but this is the only place I'd really.
I'm glad I went to lunch today.
I appreciate so much. Thank you for all you did for our country. Well, thanks for showing us the way here.
Okay.
I would like to spend a little time with the people who've been running the program. I just got some questions. The power, the Mitch's Kid program.
Okay.
How'd you do in math? A. All right, excellent. There's a lot of math in pool. You ever think about that?
Yeah.
The angles and so forth? You made that?
Yeah.
It's a fish.
No, it's a hat.
Like that?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Who all? How'd you? Huh?
This is on the side.
Well, I know. You rock dude, huh? What's your name?
Janelle.
Well, I think you rock too, Janelle. Who knows?
22.
Yes. So tell Sheridan how you got that.
1 plus 1 is 2. 22.
That make sense? Going into 4th grade, want to do some multiplying? You know your multiplication tables, Heather?
I do kind of.
You know some of them? 7 times 6. Oh, did you have to tell him? Do you know the answer? You don't?
Yeah.
You'll have to get to that next. Okay, Heather didn't get it. You do?
He said 46. 42.
Yes. You're right.
What's 100 times 200?
20,000. So this is, yep.
These are the kids that are still working on it.
So this is just the number of sessions.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell us yet what their test scores were.
No.
Pretty good.
They've had in the career talks and everything.
Right. This is a nationally recognized instrument in reading and in math that's given to every child entering the program and then given after 30 lessons. Now that we've got 3 years experience and 10,000 kids, I want to go compare Indiana's results. I guarantee you there won't be very many places in America that have done what the Valpo Club has done. We don't have schools in the state where kids in a short period of time grow 2 grade levels or more. But that's what's happening on average in the. So we're right around 10,000 kids now who have gone through this, and I don't have to tell you that most of them are from the homes or from the income levels where extra help really matters. So just can't thank you enough. And you know, if you encounter folks from other clubs, we've got 65, I think, right now. We've got pretty good coverage, but when you're with people from other clubs, if anybody's not in, I hope you'll encourage them, tell them what you've been able to do here.
With the referendum requirement for most school construction now, over a certain amount, what's the impact of this referendum requirement going to be on infrastructure, building or renovations or new construction?
Well, the obvious impact is now people will have a direct say in the before their taxes go up. We put in some rules that say if you're above the national average cost, which most Hoosier schools were for a couple decades, you better have a good reason why. Immediately, some of the, I would say, non-academic, very expensive items began to be trimmed.
I just noticed this.
Oh, I know. I know. My hat. I compliment him. Every word is spelled correctly, not just my name, but governor. And see, Rachel and Janelle gave me that.
Okay.
Anything happens to this hat, you're toast. I appreciate you welcoming my good friend and ally, and I hope and pray the next superintendent of public instruction in this state, Tony Bennett over here. If you haven't met him, you need to. Career educator, teacher, coach, principal, now superintendent, but a reformer who believes that education has got to get better in this state, that our kids have got to learn more than we did and more than they're learning presently, and he is the man to help us get there. And Tony, I look forward to the partnership I hope we're about to embark on. Tony's from down in New Albany, down on the river, and a place close to my heart because that's where my wife Sherry comes from. And she brought with her to our marriage all the virtues that they teach down there in southern Indiana. Plus, she's a looker. And Tony's heard me tell, it's absolutely true that when I'm down there, this has happened, 5 times anyway, I'll be in some, could be very small place, and some guy will come up and tell me quite proudly that he used to date my wife. The great memory, I was in a little diner down in a town I won't name, but I met some guy who was going booth to booth, and some guy tells me, yeah, I used to go out with your wife. And I kind of looked him over, and I want to be polite about this, but let's just say he was down on his luck. I got home that night, and it was sort of, how was your daytime? And I said, well, honey, it happened again. I met another one. And I kind of gave a brief description of, and you get a little philosophical now and then. I said, you ever think about it, dear? I said, just imagine how life takes its twists and turns, how different everything would have been if you'd have married him instead of me. Sherry said, yeah, then he'd be governor of Indiana. So I'm a big fan of maps these days. I like maps. I like maps that show who's doing well and who's not, because increasingly Indiana is a different color than most of America. So this is I don't know if this shows up or not. This is best tax climate. There's only 4 states in green, and yours is 1. This is cost of doing business. One of the most important things when we're trying to bring new business here, the first thing people are interested in is how much of the money we invest is it going to cost to make our product or our service? What chance do we have of getting our money back? This is the CEOs of America. They panel and they survey them once a year. You'll notice that we're in the top 8 states. We're the only one outside the Sun Belt. And this is an overall index of economic competitiveness. When you count everything, costs, taxes, utilities, regulation, litigation, all the things that would go into the decision, where do we go, where do we take jobs, here we are again, right up in the top group. And once again, outside the Sun Belt and the Mountain West, where they have certain natural advantages, we're alone. This is results, success at attracting new jobs and investment, top 3. On this map, you don't want to be colored in. This is the map of budget deficits. We have passed back to back the leanest budgets Indiana's seen in a long time. We have balanced the budget without a tax increase 3 straight years, including this very difficult one that we just finished. We have paid back the schools and local governments the money that was withheld from them, that was forcibly borrowed from them before we got there, and we have rebuilt the rainy day funds to about 10% of the budget, which is the level recommended for really conservative management and prudence. That's what Republican governance has meant to this state. It did not happen by accident. I have to thank all of you for the chance we got to put Indiana in the color you want to be on this particular map. AAA credit rating, we have never had one in this state. If you were to read what Standard & Poor's wrote this week, they said 2 things in the plainest language possible. They said, first of all, that Indiana is a well-managed state. Its public finances have been well handled. And then they said, Indiana's economy is coming on, and it has brighter prospects than other states. Now, those are the 2 things, above and beyond all others, that we look to do when we ask our fellow citizens to hire us for this job a few years ago. And although we've got all kinds of other goals that we've attacked along the way and that we will, these will always remain our central focus. To take care of the taxpayers of this state, to take exquisite care with every tax dollar, to make sure it's never spent on an unnecessary purpose, and when it's spent on a necessary purpose, that it is spent as carefully and wisely, stretched as far as it can go. Because the essence of freedom in this country is the ability to keep the gains that a free society allows you to make if you have the ethic and the hard work, the purpose to go do it. And government should never take a penny from a free citizen without having a very good reason, because each time it does, it diminishes the freedom of that citizen by that 1 penny, that $1.
In 1925, Chevrolet sold more cars than Model Ts. And Etzel Ford, Etzel then said, Dad, we got to do something. Dad wanted to make Model Ts forever. I let the kids climb on it. I let governors drive it.
Right here. The middle is a reverse.
You don't have to worry about reverse. Right pedal is brake.
And everything's reverse there.
And this is holding it in neutral.
What was this? Was that a choke?
All you got to do is add a little gas.
Now, hang on just a second.
You will only have low gear.